Boy, oh boy, there's a lot to unpack on this record right here. And even here, I'll just be scratching the surface. Song at number 36 on my fancy playlist. Let's gin this up as a buzz pick, big time. A potential summer hit record. Getting ready for the summertime on my fancy playlist. Shooing in those records, putting in those records that'll be in the top 10, top 20 during the summer on my fancy playlist in my parallel universe. Welcome to my universe. Yeah. And at number 36, up four from number 40, Jax Anderson, who's based in Detroit. Mr. Wise. Talked about them in another countdown I did that I just finished a few weeks ago. It's on one of my other YouTube channels. I'll get into that in just a minute. And also there's a rapper on here named Curtis Roach. Really good rapper. But the song is called Good Day. Boy, it's a very optimistic record of sorts. Overcoming adversity. At least that's what I picked up from reading the lyrics of this song. As far as the literal and the inner life is concerned, no matter how dark or how intimidating the cloud deck is above you, there's always blue sky beyond that. Always. That's comforting to know. That song has just got that vibe to it. And I know I mentioned this before. I know I sound like a broken record sometimes. But this does remind me of some of the Sunshine Pop records in its own way back in the 60s. Groovin' by the Rascals. Also, oh gosh, It's a Beautiful Morning back in spring of 68. And one of my favorites, Lazy Day by Spanky and Our Gang back in 1967. Got that similar vibe. Somewhat more recently, the song reminds me a little bit of Summertime by DJ Jazzy Jeff back in the summer of 91. Got that blue sky in the background, and you got a lot of blue sky in this record right here. Obviously, the video was filmed on a lovely day. I like the way, one of the things I like about this record is how the first, each person sings the different verse. Got Jax Anderson singing the first verse. You got someone from Mr. Wise, and unfortunately I can't remember her name, but she sings the second verse. And boy, you got Curtis Roach, man. He is laying down some rich lyrical rap. And the third verse of this record, and I'll talk a little bit about, well, let's start with Jax Anderson. She's came out with several alt-pop records called Real Love and Queen, based in the Motor City. She started on the do-it-yourself scene. The DIY, I'm running into this term a lot. DIY, do-it-yourself, I guess it's becoming more prevalent, maybe partly because of the pandemic and the lockdowns, but she got started on that. Now, here's the deal. I'm putting things together from two sources on Jax Anderson. The first band that she formed with her brother, by the way, was Apple Trees and Tangerines. And she moved to Los Angeles with her brother, and they formed another band called Power, and they came out with a song, and I can't remember the name of it right now. It had radio in the title of it. Then they went back to Detroit, and they formed another act called Flint Eastwood. Well, her popularity, her reputation spread out from Detroit. She got a song placement, or maybe more than one song placement on ESPN. She has played and performed with Foster the People, Mr. Weiss, and Betty Who. Betty who came out with a couple of fantastic dance records over the last few years. Boy, she's really community-oriented, music-oriented. She's given back to the city of Detroit. With her brother and two of her friends, they bought a church in Detroit that was built in 1870, renovated it, opened it up, created a music collective for musicians based in Detroit or musicians who coming into Detroit, giving them a place, a safe place, a creative ferment of sorts to rehearse and record in. It could be that Detroit may become another hotbed of music again. It's a possibility. And if that happens, it could be happening, Jax Anderson would certainly deserve a great deal of credit for it. Mr. Wise, now, I've already talked about them in another video another countdown that I finished a few weeks ago. It's on my other channel, one of my other YouTube channels called Mr. DJ Revels in the Second Millennium. And it's on the countdown there, talking about a song they did, a fabulous pop record, kind of along the same lines of this song called Super Bloom. I believe, Super Bloom was the name of the record. And then you got Curtis Roach. But I never heard of him. I did a little research on him, and I came across a website that popped up online about over a year ago. And well, here's the deal. Curtis Roach, he had finished paying his rent. Finished paying his rent. He only had $12 left to last for the rest of the month. And on top of that, the friggin' pandemic hit. Detroit about to go through a lockdown. Boy, what a downer. Downer's not even a word for it. That is a... Well, anyway, he sat down on the floor and he rapped out this song. He came out with this, he just rapped out this tune. It was called Bored in the House. I'm sitting here bored in the house. And made a 15-second clip out of it. Put it on TikTok. And it got 47 million views on TikTok. Became a quarantine anthem. Now, you talk about taking lemon or a whole basket full of lemons and making lemonade out of it. So he knows something about being inspirational. There's no doubt about it. The rapper, Tyga, T-Y-G-A, he saw the clip. He got in touch with Curtis Roach. He said, let's hook up, man. Let's make a full-fledged song out of this tune. So they made this tune, Bored in the House, and 40 million streams on Spotify. And he is a good rapper. I've got his, let me see if I can pull this up on my Android. Let me read you a few of the lyrics of this record. It's rich, lyrically rich song. And here we go. Quote unquote, I'll do the quote unquote thing. This is part of his rap right here. Maybe hug a tree, then later might scrap my knee on the pavement. Mr. Sun is out today. I go outside just to thank him. Talking about gratitude for the flowers and the green. Holy ass, that's global warming, but everything is okay. Making lemonade out of life lemons, that's the gift that keeps giving. Never change how I'm feeling because I'm feeling myself. Keep my loved ones close, never did it myself, but I'll pick up myself, all smiles on me, quote unquote. Notice a couple of things. I noticed a couple of things on here. He mentioned hugging a tree. That was a line. Hugging a tree was a line that Tommy James used in the song Dragging the Line back in the summer of 1971. And Mr. Sun, that was a similar vibe, kind of a song by Paul Revere and the Raiders back in 1969, which was called Mr. Sun. So that was kind of cool right there. But yeah, this is definitely an inspirational song for sure. The song is resplendent with laid-back humming, just lovely harmonies, just blend in nicely. Jax Anderson sounding really good on this record. Everybody's sounding good on this record. It's just a song that kind of gets you up. Feeling down, feeling down and out, and listen to this record, and it gives you a sense of hope, sense of optimism. Just kind of lift yourself off the ground and gotta keep moving. Life just keeps on moving. Dang, I hope I'm not sounding like a preacher. I'm not trying to. My goodness. But this is, I've been putting a lot of inspirational songs on my fancy playlist of late. All the stuff that's been going down over the last 2 years, the pandemic, the deep divisions of this country, the war in the Ukraine, and the rising military and economic might of China. It's just, you read the news and it gets you down, and you need songs like this to get you back up. The formats for this record, let's talk about it. This has I'll tell you this. This is a mass appeal record. I can't get the thing out of my head today. That it's loaded up with hooks. Man, that tractor trailer is full of hooks. Unload it, the hooks just fall right out. Loving every minute of it. The formats for this song, they could pop. Definitely pop. Alternative. Adult alternative. You could shoehorn this record into a adult contemporary station. Rhythmic. Got that rap in there. That rap really adds to the record. Adds icing to a sweet piece of cake or ice cream. It is used in an ice cream commercial. Did I mention that? I don't think I did. This record was used in an ice cream commercial called Halo Top. Didn't find that out. Didn't know that until about 15 minutes ago because I discovered the song on Spotify. Halo Top Creamery. A lot of people, they know this song, who've heard this song anyway. They've heard it on this advertisement for Halo Top Creamery. And, you know, I didn't know that. Discovered this song on Spotify about 3 or 4 months ago. And the album is Songs for Every Condition by Jax Anderson. 10 tracks on the album off the Neon Gold record label. It's at number 36 on my fantasy playlist. And guess what? By June, July, it's going to be in the top 10 of my fantasy playlist. It needs to be in the top 10 of every pop playlist in this country. Jax Anderson, Mr. Wives, along with Curtis Roach with Good Day at number 36 on my fantasy playlist of May the 8th, 2022.